Wayakoyo. Eni mahia gwan kanwegi werina. Oe. Ogbefola. Greetings everyone. What we'll be learning today is vowel elision. Vowel elision. Ogbefola. Oe nanarie. Ola no kiekie. Here ikpeme no diake. Ikpeme ove no yola swe. Yahien okpa. Vowel elision is the removal of the last vowel letter of a certain word to accommodate the second word which begins with a vowel letter, so as to pronounce both words as one. Now, vowel elision that we're talking about today helps us to read fluently, to pronounce, and then to speak well. That is the importance of vowel elision. Now, ogbefola ni magwa kana ebi noze na woy oy na meke na seti atie bese ai seti be ga gbense ai be seti be do ave ze ewoni ese o se na lo ogbefola. Sokma ogbefola na even ikpeme no ye eni ata eni swen anamo bolwe uwi kpeme ni anawe gbe ola no kiekie fua. Sokma ikpeme na adori eba eni oke no ye eni wa yaswen oke no eni ye ola yaswen runda ola ni ahian zo boy ye ikpeme na hana. Now, I just said that vowel elision, for vowel elision to be balanced, the word has to begin with a noun or a verb. That means the first word has to begin with a noun and a verb, while the ending letter will be a vowel letter. Now, if it's beginning with a noun and a verb, and the last letter is ending with a vowel letter, it means that the second letter that is going to be added to make that word one word, it means that that other word, the letter must begin with a vowel letter. Because that is the vowel letter that we want to agree with the first word, which ends with a vowel letter. Please follow me closely. Why can't you say? Igiemi. Examples. Ode, osa. Ode, osa. Now we know that ode means way. Ode means way, which also means road. Road. Ode means way. And osa means God. So when we say ode osa, we are saying the way of the Lord. The way of the Lord, or God's way. But in order for this word to make more sense and to have a free flow pronunciation, then this first vowel letter has to give way. This first vowel letter has to give way. Remember, I said that the first word has to begin with a noun. It has to begin with a noun. It can be a verb, but it has to be a noun. Why do I say a noun? Because every noun in Benin, or every name, must begin with a vowel letter. We know that a noun is a naming word, is a name for all words. So, in Benin, every noun must begin with a vowel letter. So, some of those words that you see are not beginning with vowel letters, especially names, you know that those names are not complete. They just shortened it for, probably for sweet pronunciation or better pronunciation. But the law says that every noun must begin with a vowel letter. Here we have ode, osa. Now, for it to be a full and a complete one name, it has to be Odosa. The first vowel letter, which is very close to the second word that begin with a vowel letter, has to be removed. So this is the first word. This is the last vowel letter of this word. This is the second word, and this is the first vowel letter of this word. Now the second one is Efe. Efe means wealth. Efe means wealth, riches. Osa means God, like I said before. So for it to be a full name, it has to, we have to remove the second vowel letter of the first word, which is letter E. It becomes Efosa. Efosa, which means God's wealth. The next one is Ese Osa. Ese Osa. Ese means gift. Osa means God. So this word, this name means God's gift. So to put these two words together to become one, we must remove the second vowel letter of the first word, which eventually is the last vowel letter of the first word. It becomes Esosa. Esosa. Ugbeso wa mi ye iragbe mi iyari o laiso yen ipe me sore. Ugbeso iwe dori amana. Iwe dori yo amako. Iwe ri yo. Now, sometimes you notice that when I am writing, I remove a vowel letter, certain vowel letters. And sometimes I will now bring in this comma. Now, I'm doing that so that you will be able to pronounce the word as one. And you'll be able to pronounce it without obstruction. Without obstruction. So if you pronounce without obstruction, it means that you are telling your listener that you know what you are saying. You know what you are doing. You are grounded in the language that you are speaking or talking about. Now, the next one is Ne Okeke. Ne Okeke. And we are looking at the last one. So No Keke means the last one. So for us to turn these two words to become one reasonable word, we will remove the first vowel letter, the last vowel letter of the first word. Actually, this word is Enokeke. Remember I told you earlier that words has to begin with a vowel letter. Now this word is Enokeke. Enokeke, which means the last one. The last one. So you can see that I have to remove this letter E to accommodate this letter O. That means this word becomes Nokeke, which ordinarily the real or the complete word should be Enokeke. 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 So I just did that as an example to let you know that words begins, most nouns must begin with letter, must begin with a vowel letter. Every name must begin with a vowel letter. That's why you see some people call Paul, Epolu, Epolu. You will see people call Peter, Peter. It's not because they don't know how to pronounce Peter or Paul. It's because words now in Benin or names in Benin has to begin with a vowel letter. The next one is Oto, Agmo. Oto means ground. Oto means land. Oto means earth, the earth. Agmo means word, means people, means universe. So when you put these two words together, it becomes Otagbon, because we are removing the letter O with a dot. It becomes Otagbon, which means the universe. The universe. The next one is Oko ere. Oko means boat. Oko means boat. That's your B-O-A-T, boat. It means boat. Ere means fire. Okay? So, for us to have a clear meaning of this oko ere, the O has to leave so that this vowel letter will stay. It becomes okere. Okere means sheep. Okere means sheep. S-H-I-P. Okere means sheep. The next one is oko eo. So this is boat and this is breeze or air. So eo means air, it means breeze. Now, if you put them together, after removing this vowel letter, this second vowel letter of this first word, which also happens to be the last vowel letter of the first word, you will find out that it becomes okeo, which means aeroplane. Okeo, aeroplane.